1. Hook Kubernetes is a powerful tool, but for many startups, it's just overkill. Stick around to learn practical alternatives that fit your needs. 2. The real problem: many startups jump into Kubernetes without understanding the real implications. Kubernetes has a steep learning curve. You need a solid grasp of concepts like pods, services, and deployments. This can overwhelm small teams. Instead of focusing on building your product, you're troubleshooting infrastructure issues. 3. The simple explanation: Kubernetes helps manage containerized applications at scale. It provides automation for deployment, scaling, and management. But if you're just starting out, you might not need all that power. For example, if you have a small team and a handful of services, you may find simpler solutions more efficient. Docker Swarm or even traditional virtual machines could suffice. They offer easier setups and management, allowing you to concentrate on development rather than operations. 4. Real-world example: let's look at a real-world case. A startup I worked with had 5 developers and was building a web application. They decided to implement Kubernetes for container orchestration. Initially, it seemed like a smart choice. However, they faced several hurdles. Onboarding time: it took new hires over 2 weeks to get familiar with Kubernetes basics. Infrastructure costs: their cloud bill skyrocketed to $5,000 per month due to over-provisioning resources. Operational overhead: the team spent 40% of their time managing Kubernetes instead of developing features. In just 6 months, they realized their product was lagging behind competitors. They switched to Docker Swarm, cut their cloud costs by 30%, and reduced onboarding time to just 3 days. This shift allowed them to focus more on delivering value to users. 5. What to do instead if you're considering Kubernetes: here's a framework to help you decide wisely. 1. Assess your team size and expertise. If you have fewer than 5 developers, consider simpler alternatives. Evaluate their familiarity with container orchestration. 2. Define your scale and complexity: do you have more than 10 services? If not, you might not need Kubernetes. Are you expecting rapid scaling? If yes, then maybe Kubernetes is worth exploring. 3. Evaluate your budget: if your cloud costs exceed $2,000 monthly, look for cost-effective solutions. Factor in potential operational costs related to Kubernetes management. 4. Select your tool: for small-scale applications, Docker Swarm or managed services like AWS ECS can be better choices. If you need orchestration and load balancing but want simplicity, consider Heroku or DigitalOcean App Platform. 5. Prototype and iterate: build a simple proof of concept with your chosen tool. Monitor performance and gather feedback from your team. 6. Scale wisely: if you find your app outgrowing your initial choice, reassess and consider transitioning to Kubernetes at that point. 6. Common mistakes: here are 5 common mistakes startups make when choosing Kubernetes, along with solutions to avoid them. 1. Overestimating needs. Mistake: assuming you need Kubernetes for any project. Fix: start small. Use simpler tools for initial deployments. 2. Ignoring team expertise. Mistake: deploying Kubernetes without team buy-in or knowledge. Fix: invest in training or choose a platform that matches your team's skill level. 3. Neglecting cost implications. Mistake: not budgeting for the hidden costs of Kubernetes. Fix: monitor usage closely and set cost limits on cloud resources. 4. Underestimating maintenance efforts. Mistake: believing Kubernetes requires little ongoing maintenance. Fix: allocate dedicated time for infrastructure management in your sprints. 5. Failure to adapt. Mistake: sticking with Kubernetes when it's not serving your needs. Fix: regularly review your infrastructure and be willing to pivot if necessary. 7. Quick checklist before you dive into Kubernetes. Consider this checklist: are there 5 or fewer developers? Do you have fewer than 10 services? Is your cloud budget less than $2,000 per month? Does your team have Kubernetes training? Are you planning for rapid scaling in the near future? 8. Summary plus CTA: Kubernetes can provide immense power, but it's often unnecessary for startups and small teams. Evaluate your needs carefully, consider simpler alternatives, and avoid common pitfalls. If you found this discussion valuable, drop a comment below with your thoughts. And don't forget to subscribe for more practical tech insights. Your next project could benefit greatly from these lessons. Bonus practical tip: if you're unsure what to pick, start with the simplest option that ships today. Then measure for 7 days, latency, errors, deploy time, and cost. Only upgrade when metrics force the decision, not fear. Quick recap: keep it simple, avoid over-engineering, and build the smallest thing that works. If you want a real demo or checklist, comment demo. Subscribe for practical AWS, DevOps, Docker, and Kubernetes lessons.